When we start loving somebody in our lives, we get attached to that person. And love and attachment feels the same during the initial phases of our relationships. But it's entirely different because love brings peace, growth, trust, and freedom. Attachment starts bringing in fears, worries, and then we try to hold on tightly on the other person and try to control. As Erich Fromm, a German social psychologist, said, immature love says, I love you because I need you, while mature love says, I need you because I love you. Today's video is going to talk about the major differences between healthy love and attachment, and what is our perspective about love in today's world, in the modern society. That love is always external and love is always to be attained from someone. However, it's the other way around, and I'm going to clarify all those things with different factors that are all associated with attachment patterns. And I'm also dedicating this video to one of my viewers who's going through a heartbreak right now. And I have my true compassion to that person, because when you go through a heartbreak, it emotionally hits you so bad, and it takes a lot of time to heal from there. This is Sunny. Welcome back to my podcast, and I talk about life transformations with the power of unconditional self-love. So as I keep saying, this is not a topic. This is something that I practice. This is my discipline of practicing unconditional self-love in my life, which helped me to develop leadership qualities, confidence in my life, which healed me, which gave me peace, and also I govern my respect as and when I go through certain challenges in my life. So if you're looking for everything in your life, unconditional self-love is the only way to achieve everything in your life. Doesn't matter whatever manifestations you have, money, relationships, anything. So I also do free counseling, and there's a link in the description column below. You can click on that calendar link and I will get a notification so that I could get in touch with you, and I can help you to make you understand what exactly is the soul correction that you require during any given situation in life, from relationships point of view or health point of view or anything, because I've done complete mind, body, and soul transformation within the last 7 years, and I have my past experiences of 20 years from relationships point of view. So that's where I'm coming from, and also I follow spirituality in a completely different form, although everything is the same that we, read through Bible or those scriptures. It doesn't matter whether that's Hinduism or Buddhism, whatever that is, they talk about the same thing. But I've simplified it for people to understand what spirituality is, because we can keep improving on those spiritual principles in order to become the most authentic version of ourselves. First thing first, fear is not love. If we are fearful about losing a person, if we are fearful about what the other person is going to think, if we are fearful about that the other person is expecting us a lot, but we are not able to do something according to his or her expectations, we got to take a step back then. We got to think about it. That's not love. There's no expectations in love. Simple. Love gives you freedom. Love gives you space. Love gives you growth. If we cling to that fear of losing that person, or probably, the loneliness, or we think that we have to keep giving because the other person will not then think good about you, or you will not get the same kind of love from that person, that means it's not healthy love. It's just attachment. It's pure attachment. The red flag over there is if you're getting anxiety all the time in your love, in your relationship. It is a matter of thinking twice, take a step back, ask those questions to your partner, and understand what the other partner is looking for. If you both are willing to grow, that's okay. If the one person is always on the blame game, playing the victim card there, no, because we don't have to overgive in those kind of relationships. And attachment is something that makes us so emotionally weak that we are not able to take those courageous steps in our lives, those courageous decisions I'm talking about. So from my life, my past experience says that I used to be always fearful in terms of losing that person. I always used to be fearful in terms of, why is she not talking to me? What has happened wrong there? Is she going to leave me or not? Then I was so emotionally weak that I was always looking for those kind of signs, those kind of validations from her all the time. And I was so fearful as well that, why do I need to take a divorce if nothing is going wrong? But everything was going wrong, basically. Eventually that happened, with a big friction and big argument, and that caused the whole separation and divorce thing. But having said that, what I learned was that it was my problem, and I took that accountability in my life in order to understand that I was fearful of losing her and losing myself as well. But really and truly, we are whole. We are whole within ourselves. It's just a matter of removing those lower vibrations, fears, worries, anxieties. People do get those kind of anxieties, fears. Okay, I completely understand where they're coming from, but it's just the emotional weakness, and meditation is the way to become emotionally very strong, very peaceful, very calm, and loving within yourself. And this is a message to that person who mentioned a comment in my previous video that she went through a heartbreak, and I have my true compassion and love to her. Please don't feel that you're not gonna get another person in your life. You will definitely get, but it requires a little bit of introspection there, and ask yourself those questions. And if you need my help, because I do a free counseling, please contact me on my calendar link. I will get an email notification so that I can talk to you and I can help you to connect to yourself first, to become emotionally whole. And this is a journey. And once you start doing that, those fears will start going away. And once the fears are gone, then you can do whatever you want to do. You become very strong. And you're not supposed to fix anybody. We are supposed to fix ourselves. That's what I learned. If we don't fix ourselves and we keep blaming others, again, we are doing the same kind of thing. We'll get stuck in that pattern, and we'll keep repeating the same kind of mistakes. We'll keep getting the same kind of relationships. And the universe, the divine, the God, will keep throwing in the same kind of relationships. And then that means that we are not respecting ourselves. So it's better to connect to ourselves. And meditation is the only way. Healthy love gives you space, a room to breathe, a room to grow, a room for your peace. Khalil Gibran, who is a Lebanese writer and poet, said, "Let there be spaces in your togetherness. If there is room for individuals to rest and to grow and to be peaceful, that relationship will go a long way." And that means you can have your own life without feeling guilty for it. You can miss someone without needing to control them. So, again, an example from my life, my ex, and a couple of relationships that I went through before that and after that. There was no room to breathe. There was always constant validation. There was always asking, giving. And I was like, okay, I'm always giving there, but I don't see reciprocity there at all. I don't see, it doesn't matter whether that's your love relationship or your friendship or whatever that is, but we need to understand there should be a healthy boundary at the first place. If somebody doesn't respect your healthy boundary, that means that person is not meant for you. And that person will eventually walk away. And you should be emotionally strong for that matter. Emotional strength can only come to you when you stabilize your planet moon, your emotions, aka your energies, your anxieties, your fears. And once you do that, you become the most powerful person. You are the most psychological powerful, because then you have the power to remove any person from your life. Whenever that person is not giving you space, not giving you peace, not giving you space to growth, for your growth. So attachment usually wants closeness without space. Biggest sign. It can make distance feel threatening to you, because then that person or your partner would always be threatening you. Hey, you know what? If you're doing your own things, then that means you don't love me. You're not paying attention towards me. That's what happens. Blaming. That relationship is not meant for your peace, not good for your emotional health at all, whatsoever. Another sign is that attachment makes you lose yourself. Healthy love supports your identity, whatever you are. It does not make you shrink. It's your self-worth. Healthy love appreciates that. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to hide. You don't have to give up on certain things or the parts of yourself that matter the most to you. You can still have your principles, your values, your own friends, your own dreams, your own opinions, and that healthy love will still remain there for you. That's called as complete freedom, and healthy love gives you that. Anish Nin, a French novelist, once said, "Love never dies a natural death. It dies because we don't know how to replenish on the other side. Attachment often makes the relationship become your whole world. You may start abandoning your own needs, As we say, we men are big into cars, right? And we love cleaning our cars all the time. And then in certain relationships, I'm just giving you a small example, that happened with me as well. And then you forget about it. You forget about all those kind of tiny things that you used to do, right? No, we shouldn't be abandoning ourselves. Abandonment also means that you're emotionally abandoning yourselves, and you'll keep attracting those kind of relationships all the time where you're always overgiving and then you don't get anything, and that doesn't satisfies you, that doesn't fulfill you at all. It is often a sign that your sense of safety has become tied too tightly to another person. If we understand this, then we will select our partner according to what we really are, not according to what they are. Spiritually, love happens from wholeness, not from fears. On a deeper level, healthy love can come from only and only fullness. And attachment often creates that kind of friction, that fear of emptiness. And one says that I choose you because I love you, and the other says I need you so I do not feel alone. Now you understand the difference? This is the major difference. Healthy love feels like a gift shared between two souls. It's sharing. We say that sharing is loving, loving is sharing, right? Or sharing is caring. Attachment can feel like a grip. It's holding on to you, not letting you grow, not giving you freedom, not giving you peace, not giving you that space. And spiritually, when you get blocked by all those kind of things, that means that person is not meant for you. You just let that person go. I've seen so many relationships around me. People who have so many obligations with the other person, and they don't want to let go of that other person. Why? Because they're obligated. I understand there could be kids, there could be financial obligations, but we got to understand financial kids obligation doesn't make that you will allow the other person to destroy your peace. No, you have to be emotionally courageous for that matter. And again, your emotional energy, your moon energy is the most important thing. If you become emotionally courageous, you can do wonders. And you'll be peaceful. You don't have to respond to people all the time. You don't have to respond to your partner all the time. Spiritually, again, your growth is important. Letting go of the other person and accepting the person the way he or she is. And forgiveness. Move on. Healthy love would accept you the way you are and would help you to grow and contribute towards your growth. A healthy love sees the person as they really are. It does not build any fantasy around potential or, they ignore obvious patterns like, if the person hasn't healed from the past or, still hasn't learned any lessons from the past relationships. It has to be honest, it has to be transparent, it has to be courageous as well. Because if the other person doesn't show any courage and still remain in the same kind of energy where everybody else is wrong and that person is right, that's a red flag. Never go ahead with that kind of relationship. It can destroy you within a couple of months or so, and then you will feel like, I ended up attracting the same kind of person. What is wrong with me? There is nothing wrong with you, right? It's just like we keep looking outwards. That's the only problem. But we have to do that in our work as well at the same time. But that's a different story. Coming back to attachment will often require the relationship to be what you hope it will become. There's always an expectation. And then it will end up ignoring all the kind of red flags. And then you are explaining away that you're being hurted, and then you're blaming the other person, or, you're trying to explain yourself all the time. That kind of holding can keep you in pain for a very long time. And again, you're attracting that kind of pain and drama and toxicity in your life. What's the point of doing that? Healthy love sees clearly and still chooses with wisdom and maturity. And then it also allows you to grow. And growth is when two people grow together. It does not freeze the relationship in one emotional state or one kind of situation in your life. It allows change, healing, and maturity to evolve over time. And it also supports a deeper version of both people and what they really are, as I talked about. So acceptance of what we really are is so important. And as Viktor Frankl said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Either that could happen before you start a new relationship or during a relationship when you have to change yourself, not to catch up with the other person, but to catch up with yourself, who you really are. Attachment often resists all those kind of growth areas in a life. It resists change because we sit in our comfort zones and we are so easy with our comfort zone. Why? Because we don't want to get out of there. We want to keep attracting that pain, keep blaming, keep looking down on people, keep judging the other person, keep hating the other person, and then we don't change and we repeat the same patterns. We repeat the same kind of partner because an unhealed person would always attract an unhealed person, and that will never be fulfilled, or that will never be a fulfilling relationship in your life. If you want things to stay exactly the same, so the attachment will actually feel so secure. Oh, you know what? We are both negative, so that's the best partnership. Wow. I mean, that's what I see around the world. I mean, they want to gossip around people all the time. But love is not meant to stay small forever, okay? It is meant to become wiser, steadier, and more true. Healthy love cannot be perfect. Let me clear that out for everyone. But it is almost peaceful. It may still have conflicts, it may still have arguments, it may still have constant stress because of, certain situations that we keep going through. Because life is never a straight line. Life is a journey. But you feel safe enough to speak honestly and with courage. You feel steady enough to be yourself. You're honest, you're open, and you're ready to grow with that person. Attachment is dramatic, toxic, restless, and there is always an emotionally exhausting thing that's going on. Toxicity, drama, you name it. The highs may feel very high at the same time, but the lows can feel like very heavy, as if you've been left alone in your life. If a connection keeps leaving you alone, that's not love. If a connection makes you anxious, that's not love. Leaving you alone, what I mean by that is not helping you to grow, not understanding you, or not forcing you. Leaving you alone does not mean that you'll be left alone to tackle your own situation. No, that person, the other person, will help you to tackle that situation. That's perfect love. That's healthy love. And love should not feel like survival. That cannot live without that person. Now, we got to be emotionally strong and keep growing emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Emotional strength is the most important thing. Emotional strength is the only thing that 95% of the people in this world don't have. 95. In all areas I'm talking about. In all areas. Not just one area I'm talking about. But that's what we want to get. Emotional strength of staying in our peace in those kind of relationships and understanding what is really required and take courageous steps in order to improve yourself. We are not to fix anyone. Again, we are here to fix ourselves and keep growing. Now we know the differences between healthy love and attachment. Healthy love and attachment are not, again, the same thing. As I mentioned, healthy love feels steady, honest, and freeing, gives you space to grow, gives you peace. Attachment feels fearful, tight, and hard to release, making you anxious, playing games with you, manipulating you, controlling you, always looking for validation, always blaming you, dramatic, toxic, you name it. The more you understand the difference right now, with my video, the easier it becomes to choose love, that supports your life and peace. You don't select a partner for that other person. You select or you attract a partner for yourself. It's just like you go to a restaurant and you only want to eat what you prefer to eat. Would you ever want to go ahead and eat something that you don't like to eat? No, right? But why do we fail in relationships then? Only problem is emotional strength, our moon, planetary moon, our energies, anxious, fearful, worryful energies. And if we stabilize that with the help of meditation and connecting to ourselves, the whole ball game changes. Oh, you become psychologically so powerful. And then you can attract whatever you want, because it gives you patience as well at the same time. Because what you are is what you're going to. This is Sunny, signing off. Take care.